Good day, this is Ted Orbas. This is Maria, and we are from The Art of Living in Spain. And we're going to explain you today how to buy a property in Spain and what are the legal consequences. Maria, there are two types of situations of people who are buying a house here in Spain. They can be from inside Europe or they can be from outside Europe. Can you explain me for both situations what the client needs to have or what needs to organize?
Well, first of all, obviously, choose the property they want to buy, then decide if they want to sign a reservation contract, because that would mean that the property is out of the market, okay? In the meantime, it's advisable that they look for an independent lawyer, because the lawyer may help them to sign a power of attorney and then claim for the NI number. The NI number is compulsory for every...
It's a personal registration number for the tax office also in Spain.
Exactly. Yeah? This number is compulsory for buying a property in Spain. And with the power of attorney, the lawyer has the faculties to act in the name of the client, so they can apply for the NI number and also take any legal step without the client being fully involved and overloaded.
So they can represent in the buying process the client. So they have then the NIE number and they have then a legal representation in Spain. Is there any difference what need to be done for someone, for example, who lives in the UK or in another country outside EU?
Well, it's true that after Brexit, some clients from UK were worried about it, but when we are talking about applying for the NI number, they only need to get more copies of the passport, and this is not a big hassle.
Okay, so it's more administrative, what your lawyer can do that for you. So it's for inside the European community or outside, it's actually the same work. Okay, so they have then a legal representation, they have then an NI number. What more needs to be done after that stage?
Well, as we said, the reservation contract, so that the property will be out of the market, and in the meantime, do all the legal checkings. That means that there will be checkings in the land registry to make sure that the seller is the real owner of the property, that there are no charges, no encumbrances, nothing hidden, no embargoes on the property.
Okay.
Also the licenses.
Is this something that also the notary is legal to do when they sign the deed? Or is this something that only your own lawyer needs to do?
The notary will be part of the process once that the completion is agreed, okay? But before, are the lawyers usually the ones dealing with all this paperwork, so that's because the land registry is public, so anyone with the proper information can apply for the nota simple and check.
Okay, so that you know for sure that the property that you buy is a safe buy, that there are no hidden debts or hidden problems, and also for the licenses, I think.
Yeah, the licenses are placed. Off-plan, obviously the licenses. Again, if it's an off-plan, the bank guarantees for the installments are going to be done. This is normally agreed also in the purchase contract. Okay.
And then you have two ways of buying a property. You have buying a property with a bank guarantee or an insurance, and you have then autopromotion. We on our project have the both situation as well. We sell with bank guarantees and with insurance. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong or explain it wrong. On one case, we have a situation that every installment payment that the client makes during the payment process is guaranteed by the insurance policy. And we get the money available by certifications of our architects. So that is one way. The other way to make sure that the client is buying a safe and secure way is giving them the escritura. And by giving them the escritura, that means the ownership deed of the land. So that means that the work that you just described need to be done before, that the land is free of debts, that we have the licenses, that everything is done on the correct way, that we sign over then the land to the owner as an owner, and then by certifications of the construction, we get then paid, but then you are as an owner, you are already the owner of the land, so everything that happens on the land is yours, so that's then your guarantee against your money.
Yeah, that's the you explained it really well. This is one of the this is the main difference. Okay. Also, in this first installment, when the client, the future owner, gets the ownership of the land, as we sell in the promotion we have, as we sell as a plot in construction, okay,
Yeah.
they can get the benefit of a 10% of the VAT instead of 21%, which
Yeah.
is also
That's but newly
an
built.
extra,
So
yeah.
with newly
Newly
built,
built,
it's
exactly.
10%, and with second-hand property, you pay 21%
Exactly.
VAT. Okay. Now a client wants to have a mortgage.
Exactly.
What does he need to do then?
Well, I would recommend him to approach at least 2 or 3 Spanish banks, give them all the information we supply so that they can assess if.
So that's your reservation contract, or do you need already to have your buying contract, or can you do both?
Usually in the reservation contract, the full amount is
Okay.
described. So it's quite common that clients ask us for information before they approach the bank.
Okay.
Because obviously then the clients have to know if they have the funds to buy. Okay. Once that the bank has approved and this is a feasible transaction, they will have to have a binding offer from the bank, what is called oferta vinculante, which is compulsory to be signed, the FIAE, some type of documents that are really important and that without them it's impossible to grant the mortgage. Apart from that, recently the law states that the person that is going to grant a mortgage must go to the notary between 12, there's a limit of 10 days before the signature of the mortgage.
So that you have a time that when you sign the conditions of the mortgage, that you have a time of 10 days to rethink about it if you really want to go ahead with the mortgage.
The client or the buyers, the lawyers in this case, go to the notary and do a little test. Okay, in this test, the notary makes sure that the client knows what they were going to sign. If this is a variable interest mortgage or a fixed one, conditions, because this is also, I think, to be studied in detail. Commissions, opening commissions, cancellation. Possible,
all the fees.
Exactly. The fees that the bank will charge. Cancellation, if you have to contract an insurance, home insurance, this is quite common too. You do a small test before the notary, and then in 10 days, everything is ready to sign the proper mortgage.
Okay. So is there any difference between someone within the EU or outside if in this process of the mortgage, or is that all the same? Just based on income.
Not per my experience. I mean, obviously, depends on the personal conditions and financial conditions of the client.
Okay, that's your income situation. Age, income, and cost.
Health.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that someone needs to take in consideration?
Well, once that everything is at this point and we have a date for completion, obviously expenses, okay? By the time of completion, the client must deal with notary and registry fees, okay? And
how much is it approximately, all the fees together? How much is it approximately? So you have 10% VAT, and how much are then the lawyer with the notary and the are we talking about 2-3% in total?
Well, that would be.
Globally, the total cost of buying a property is 10% VAT, and about
if it's new one.
If it's new, and then about 3% then for all the fees, notary and registry fees.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
But the security that the clients have in Spain is that all is registered, all is done before a notary public, and then their ownership is registered in the land registry. So everything is.
A lot has changed since the last 20 years. It's now much safer to buy in Spain than 20 years ago. Yeah. Okay, now I hope that this was very helpful and gives you more than enough information. But what we will do as well with the Art of Living in Spain page, I think we will make a little summary of what we explained, with a text that people can download to check all the things that need to be done and all the steps they need to be doing when they're buying a property in Spain. Thank you very much,
Perfect.
Maria,
You're very
and I
welcome.
hope it was helpful.